We're speaking about relationships as far as the men you deal with. Were you choosing the guys that had money and that were wealthy? Because sometimes I think that people get a concept or just a perception of who you are. Instagram girls, period, that I don't have enough money. I'm not an athlete. I'm not the Migos. I'm not this. I'm not a ball player. I can't have a shot with this particular girl. Was that the case of who you were typically the type of guys you were dealing with, or?
For me, it wasn't purposely seeking these types of men. It's like when you start to climb, like let's just keep it funky. Like when you start to climb, your dating pool changes.
Right.
And for me, I've dated all types of guys with $100 million, guys with $100. So for me, it wasn't necessarily like I need to have the baller. It just kind of like it happens that way because it's like no other guys, they feel like I can't approach her because I don't have money. But it's like if all you have is money, you don't have much. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say that trying to go after the ballers was like a part of the toxic, what I wanted. It just was I wanted somebody to love me for me, which is like...
Sound kind of cliche.
So cliche because it's like at this point, I can't even... When you talk about ballers, like they wouldn't even know who I am if I wasn't in the position I'm in. So it always bothered me when people would say like, oh, you purposely go after these guys. And it was like, well, what about them? Like if I just, worked at Macy's, would they care about me? Would they try to hang out with me, get to know me? Probably not.
Yes, they would. If you have a fat booty, yes. No. Guys are different in that sense.
No, you're not. You're not going to be able to talk to some guys. Some guys are way too up there to like. They wouldn't even talk to a girl at Macy's. Please.
They would. If her body, if a girl body is bad and
with
she's
those
beautiful,
tights on,
exactly.
If I was worth that,
exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I keep it funky. Sometimes I know for a fact if I had a whole lot of money, I go after the girl that I feel like I see potential in. I'm one of those type of guys.
Yep, me too.
I see potential. I'm gonna invest in you a little bit. I see something. She looks like a diamond. Oh, you think she ugly? Watch this. You ain't got no money. Let me sprinkle some of this money on you and turn it to somebody else. So I think that some people like to have projects too. So I can't necessarily agree with that.
That's fine. I mean, like I said, I've just dealt with both ends of the spectrum.
Right.
Completely just polar opposites. And I would say that it really just comes down to that man and his character. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have character at all. And just because you don't have any money doesn't mean you're just some great, genuine guy. I mean, I think all guys have their needs and their wants and their certain values and morals they have, and it varies. So I wouldn't say that I'm only going to talk to guys who have money or I'm only going to talk to regular guys. I just want a guy who isn't an asshole.
Right.
So let's get back to this book. So the book, right? Is this book for a certain type of girl? Like me, because of course you are a very big influencer online. So a lot of young girls are going to look and read this book. So who is this book specifically for?
This book is for any person that has a genuine heart and it has been trampled on, but they don't let the world and their experiences taint their heart, and they go into situations with a clean slate and give people a fair chance. And that's just the type of girl I label myself as, and that's why I've gotten my feelings hurt a lot of times because I'm going to go talk to the regular guy, I'm going to give him a chance just like I'm going to give the rapper a chance. And I'm not going to say just because he did this or he's this, his lifestyle's like that. I don't judge books by their cover. So for me, it's just people who are open-minded and optimistic about love, and you get hurt along the way.